Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Remember when our teachers told us that? Now, professors, university administrators, and violent protesters tell us that they can shut us down for words that give them offense.
Hey there, and welcome to another mini episode of Cancel This. I'm your host, Angelo Sidoro, and this week I want to talk to you about the Conservative Party Convention, and more specifically, I want to tell you about my policy on free speech, which thanks to Pierre Poilievre and the many dedicated delegates has passed the floor vote and has been added to the policy handbook for the party. Now, I know many of you have your differences with the Conservative Party and with Erin O'Toole. I'm not here to talk to you about any of that. I'm here to talk to you about how it is possible to make change within a large system, even if it is a small change. I've spent 4 years advocating for free speech, and now many of my ideas are being adopted by the second most powerful party in the country. So what exactly is my policy, you may ask? Well, simply put, here it is. The Conservative Party of Canada will incentivize federal funding to Canadian universities that have implemented Chicago principles. Such a mandate would mean schools must abide by the Charter of Rights and protect freedom of expression as it is described in the Charter. Failure to do so would result in losing federal funding. Now, just to put this plainly, countless universities in Canada have begun behaving like their own little indoctrination centers where they censor students and faculty that happen to be more right-leaning. But we as citizens collectively pay taxes to fund these public schools, so it's only right that they should be neutral politically and abide by basic ideas of Western freedom. So in short, a conservative government would not fund any school which chooses to censor or regulate speech. If a school does promote free speech, then that school deserves federal funding. So this is my policy, and while I was fairly confident in it, I had no idea that a member of parliament can choose to enter the debate floor and endorse a policy, and to my shock, Pierre Poilievre very vocally decided to endorse my idea. Have a look at the following clip he submitted to the convention.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Remember when our teachers told us that? Now, professors, university administrators, and violent protesters tell us that they can shut us down for words that give them offense. In fact, there is no charter right against being offended. What the Charter actually says in 2B is that we have the right to express ourselves freely, including, in fact, especially when others in authority disagree. If you disagree with someone, you can vote against them, debate them, or ignore them altogether, but you cannot use the iron fist to silence them. This resolution will protect everybody's right to expression across the political spectrum. That is what the Charter says. That is the principle of freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and freedom of conscience. That's why I support this resolution.
As a result of Pierre's endorsement and hopefully my own merit, my policy has passed with 88.36% of the vote, and now there is a new section in the Conservative policy book called Section C, Protecting Free Speech on Canadian Campuses. The reason why I wanted to talk to you about this topic is not to boast about Pierre Poilievre endorsing my policy. It's more so to make a point that you can make a difference at a grassroots level, and that's where the difference is made. The grassroots continues to be the backbone of the conservative movement in Canada, regardless of what the establishment may believe. To this end, I am sending out a challenge to those listening. Get involved. Join an EDA or a riding association. Connect with volunteers, write your own policy, or become a delegate. You have more power than you think. One of the greatest problems conservatives face today is the fact that we're always reactionary to everything the left does. We never seem to be proactive. Everything we do, every idea or action, is always in response to the left perpetuating their own objectives. This needs to change, and I believe those of you listening can be the change makers. If someone like me could make even a minor change, I'm sure you could do something even greater. Until next time, I'm Angelo Sidoro, and this is Cancel This. For daily news, both American and Canadian, go to thepostmillennial.com and consider contributing to our important work. To go to our store, go to shop.thepostmillennial.com, where we have all sorts of great products, including beanies, t-shirts, and mugs.